So since the colors in the eyeshadow palette are not so crazy, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with face primer. And it just says, that's literally all it says, face primer, and then help smooth and refine pores, apply underneath foundation to help smooth skin and refine pores. So it just repeats itself over and over and over, but it comes like this. So it looks like a lip gloss, old school lip gloss applier, and I'm gonna put them on the tip of my fingers, and then I'm gonna rub this all over my face. And just by looking at it, it doesn't have a color or anything. It's like silicone looking. And let's just see how it feels on the face. Feels a little thick. I'm gonna keep rubbing it in because right now it kind of just feels like not even, I don't know, it feels oily in a way instead of like, yes, I need moisturizer because my skin is dry, but it doesn't feel like moisturizer. It feels like oil. And this other primers that I've used, you just put a little bit and then work that through the whole face. This kind of like sinks in right away. And I had to put more for the bottom half of my face. Okay, I think I got it everywhere. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. So we have face primer done. Now I'm going to put on my CoverGirl True Blend Hydrating Foundation with a natural finish, and this is in the shade M2. And use my Real Technique sponge. Come on. There it goes. How have you guys been? I've been doing good. Been busy, staying at home, and then I just recently started working again. And thankfully I haven't felt any sick symptoms. I plan on keeping it that way because being pregnant, I do not want to get sick, especially with the virus going around. I'm really excited to see how all this stuff works together because I've never really owned Ulta Brand products. I've bought stuff from Ulta, but never the actual Ulta Brand. So it's just like I finally get to see for myself, because you never know, sometimes people review these things and everybody has different skin and everybody goes through a different day. Like since I work inside, I don't have to worry about sweating my stuff off, and my makeup usually lasts all day. Blend this everywhere. Okay. Okay. So looking up close, on this side, I can still see my pores. I don't know if I added enough of that primer or if my pores is just that huge that primer doesn't help. Have holes in my face, just kidding, but yeah. On this side, I don't see too many pores, but on this side, I can still see my pores. And then I'm going to, let's see what we have in here. I'm gonna use my Age Rewind Correcting concealer by, I believe it's CoverGirl. No, CoverGirl. Okay. Put this on my forehead, down my nose, definitely under my eyes because since I was little, I've always had like bags and dark circles. I don't know if I did that to myself or what. Put some on my chin. Blend that out. So I live in an apartment complex and there's people who live above me. So if you hear stomping around or cleaning machines going or kids yelling, it's from upstairs. And I also live close by an airport, so you might hear some planes too. Just putting it out there. And then our freaking windows rattle. They're so sensitive. Drives me nuts because they even rattle at night, and I'm trying to get my little ones to sleep in their room, and they do. They sleep by themselves, but then like noise wakes them up. So I have to like go ahead and bring them to my room or go and sleep with them because their bed's big enough for all of us to fit. Okay, so I got all of that blended. I'm gonna put some powder on. I don't have a powder there. This is the translucent fair powder. I will say I like the powder, but I do not like the smell of it. It has like a really strong scent to it, like old school makeup. So I'm just gonna pack that on where I put my concealer. Then I'm gonna just swipe some on the rest of my face. What's everybody else's method of doing makeup? For me, if I feel like my eyeshadows are a bold color or that they'll have a lot of fallout, I'll do my eyes first, like including the area around my eyes, like my eyebrows and my eyebrows and my mascara and my lashes, and then I'll just move on to the rest of my face. But if the shadows are like more of a neutral color and I feel like they're not gonna have a lot of fallout, I'll just do my face, my base first, and then I'll worry about my eyes last. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe everything off already. Get some everywhere, because whenever I spray my setting spray, I don't want the liquid to melt off. If it has powder, it should just set right in. Okay, so next, in this palette, it has a deep shade that I believe is a bronzer. Yes, it says matte bronzer. I'm gonna use that with this angled brush. So, and I can't see without my glasses, so I'm gonna have this back and forth. Now, I got this in a kit that I won, and if you haven't seen my last video that I won a giveaway, you can check that out. But I don't know if it comes with multiple shades of palettes or if it was just one for everybody, because I know for different skin tones this might not work for everybody, but for me so far I think this is a pretty good bronzer shade. And I did have to build it up, which is fine with me because I rather build something up than have something super pigmented and then have to take my time to blend it out because it came out so harsh. It's a little orangey, but nothing too bad. Forgive my wild hairs. I was born with them. I've always had wild hair, and it's always been hard to tame, but I'm gonna do my hair after this, so. And then I could just pinch the brush I have, and then I go over my nose. But I'm gonna spread some out somewhere because I don't want it to be too dark. Okay, so that's that. And now I'm going to let that set in with the rose water and aloe facial mist. It says you can use it after cleansing, so after you wash your face, before and after makeup, or anytime throughout the day for a quick burst for hydration. I'm gonna spray this right now. I'm kind of scared. Ooh. Okay, so it smells good, but the mister kind of goes everywhere. So it's kind of hard to navigate where it goes. So it smells good. What else do I have? I'm gonna use the, what does this say? Shimmer Peach Pink Blush. Let me try that out. It's this one right here. So I used that bronzer and now I'm using the blush. I hope it's not too pink. Yeah, it's super duper bright pink. I don't know, like, you see the line right there? That's I was worried about. So that's why I'm gonna do the same thing to this side and then wipe this brush off and blend it out. Blend this out. And I'm not much of a blush person to begin with. I have to push this down quite a bit to blend out that harsh line. Okay, here's the blush. Not too bad once I blended it out, but that was crazy bright pink, and it was a lot more pigmented than the bronzer. And then I'll save the highlight for last. I can move on to my eyeshadow look since I also have that from here. And I got 2 brushes that I could use for that. I actually forgot about the first one, and this says this was supposed to be for blush, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because I don't think I would have had that much control over it because it's really flimsy and it stays put together. Instead of like dispersing out, it kind of sticks with it. So I'm glad I used the brush that I did because I don't think that would have done well for the blush. So yeah, I'm gonna use this crease brush and this blending brush. Here are the shades I have to work with. I think I'm just gonna keep it basic with the the browns and the pink, since my dress has like pinkish white flowers, and it has purples in here, but I'm wearing blue and green, so I'm gonna put on this matte nude eyeshadow primer, and I'm gonna use that flat brush to spread it out. Oh, I'm scared for it to pop out. There it goes. Came out pretty stiff. I don't know, because it's been in there for quite a while, or if it's just a thick formula. I'm just gonna bring that everywhere on my lids. Then I'll just use my beauty blender to blend it all out. My Real Technique sponge. Do the same thing to my other eye. Oh my gosh, it just squirted out on my hand. So coming out of the tube is not the best. You might need to like put it on your hand or something. It's on the other side. Okay, and now I'm going to use, I think these are backwards because it says shimmer, and then whenever you're right here on the shimmer, this is a matte. So I think everything's backwards. I believe this is the matte pink beige, and I'm gonna use that all over my lid. Just to set the primer. Okay, and the first shade I am going to use is the soft brown shade in the middle. It says matte taupe. Just gonna pack it on the blending brush it came with. That's just a little bit. That color, that shade, has a nice pigment to it. It's like right in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to add some more and then blend it out. Okay, I'm just using to the other side. Okay, and now I'm going to use the deepest shade in this palette for my outer V. the same thing to the other side. One side always comes out more pigmented than the other, so I'm gonna have to build up my other side again. Okay, and then I'm going to wipe this brush off. And I'm going to use that soft pink shade again, or the soft, probably mix the soft pink and brown shade again, so that way I can smooth out the edges and get it more blended instead of harsh lines. Sorry, I have to keep reaching over the camera to clean my brush off. It's a little better, and then I'm going to use the flat brush again with some concealer. Where did I put it? Instead of the primer, because I didn't really like the shade. Then I'm going to use my finger and do, I'm going to do this pinkish shimmery shade. It looks kind of more purple on camera, but in person it looks more pink. For a shimmer shade, I will say it's not super blingish. It's more of a soft shimmer, which is fine because I am going to work today and I don't want nothing too crazy. I think I'm gonna go ahead and add some of this champagne color to it. See if that brightens it up a little bit more. think that definitely did it. Okay, and then I'm gonna use that same blending brush and blend it all in. It says crease brush. I'm getting them mixed up. There it is, and I'm just gonna use, once I'm done doing the other eye, and then do underneath my eye, I can just use a makeup wipe to sharpen that line up. So this is what I meant by I'm gonna sharpen up. I don't know what that is. Hold on, let me see. I don't know if it's like my skin got irritated from the wipe or if I put more product on it. Yeah, I think it's just my skin getting irritated from the wipe. Yeah, that's what that was, this wipe. I haven't used a lot of makeup lately, so my skin is trying to get back to getting used to all this stuff. I'm gonna use this angled brush and put that soft brown underneath my eye and meet it up with the rest of the eyeshadow. And then I'm gonna use the darker shade with a smaller brush and pack it on underneath my waterline. Okay, and so now I can do my brows and my lashes, and then we'll move on to the only thing left I have in here. Oh, I have some liner, so let's do that. I have 2 shades in liner. I have this, what does it say, bronze and plum. I want to try and see what this bronze shade looks like on my waterline, since this is more of a pencil. I like to use them for my waterline because I like to use liquid liner for the top of my eye. Let's see if I can do this. Can you see it? I don't know if you can tell or not, but for it being a pencil, because it's not gel, it's pencil, it glided on pretty smoothly. So let me see if I can just keep layering it on there. Do the same to the other eye. That's on, and now I'm gonna do my liquid liner and my lashes, and I'll be right back with some highlight and lip gloss. So I lied. My sister just gave me a text that she's on her way with my girls, so I don't want them to come and grab everything. I'm gonna jump to the lip gloss, and what else did I have left? The highlight. And then I'll put on the rest, and then I'll just have to give you pictures of the final look at the end. Here is the lip gloss. Sorry. Now this shade in lip gloss is Shiny Lip Gloss Nude Shimmer. And I will say that I'm probably gonna take this off and then add a lipstick to it and then put the gloss over, because that wasn't very opaque. I'm gonna use the Champagne Highlight, and then like I said, I'll just have to update you guys. Ooh, that highlight is so nice. There's the highlight. So just recap on everything. The blush was super pigmented, and since it's super pink, I just put like a little dab and then took off the product off the brush and then blended it all. The bronzer wasn't super pigmented, but that was a good thing because then I could just build it up to how I like it. It was a little more on the orangey side. This is like, it looks brown in the pan, but when you put it on my skin complexion, it looked a little orangey. This lip gloss, now that it's starting to sit on there, it's getting a little sticky, but not really bad. It's just like a tackiness feeling. This smelled really good, but I don't know if it's gonna hold my makeup all day. The shades that I used, this was not a bright pink. It was more like a nude color, which is good to set my eyes. I really like the browns. This pink was a little more on the sheer side, and I was looking for a little more punch to the shimmer, but that's exactly what this color did. I think it helped adding that on top of it. The face primer, like I said, it felt real silicone-y and oily. I liked the brushes, and I did like the liner. So that was everything. Overall, out of 1 to a 5, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best, I want to give it a decent 3.5 because it was like so. Also the eyeshadow primer, it was a little more on the thin side too, whereas I'm so used to using concealer, so it might just be me that I'm used to my concealer being more thick and full coverage on my eyes, so it kind of helps me blend my eyeshadows. Overall, I do like it. Do I prefer other brands over the Ulta brand? Yes, but I am so grateful that I got this and I did enjoy it. It's a good, I want to recommend this to people who are just starting off in makeup, so that way you can kind of get used to how things work. And this had a good amount of everything. Like it had brushes, lip products, primers. Some people probably don't even know about primers when they first start. I didn't. And it had eyeshadow palette and a face palette. Oh my gosh, I'm so tongue-tied. But that was it, guys. I know I said that a long time ago. This video is probably gonna be very choppy. Thank you for watching.